Hello football fans, welcome back to Soccer Factor, where we bring to you unique football info you can't find anywhere else. Subscribe for quality weekly videos around that. And now let's get right into today's video. So every footballer's worst nightmare is getting injured, and some injuries take lots of time to heal and can pause footballers' careers for long amounts of time. But today I bring to you 10 footballers who returned from career-threatening injuries. At number 10, it's Francesco Totti. He's one of the greatest Italian players ever, playing for AS Roma. He retired in 2017 after 24 years of playing for Roma. During his career, he suffered a very serious injury when he fractured his left fibula. Many people thought that he would be out of football for a very long time, but they were wrong. He came back powerfully, and he was a member of the Italian squad that won the 2006 World Cup, and he continued to play amazing football. Moving on to number 9, we have Roy Keane. This Manchester United legend is a great footballer, although in 1997 his career could have ended from an ACL injury. Fortunately, everything was fine, because he later returned to play for United the following season. At number 8, we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic. When he was already 35 years old, he suffered a cruciate ligament injury against Anderlecht. Many players never return from injuries like that, especially at retirement age, but Ibrahimovic came back. And when returning back to football, he said, "Lions do not recover like humans." And yes, he is right. At number 7, we have Petr Battison. So this footballer suffered one of the worst injuries any footballer can ever get. In the 1982 World Cup semi-final, German goalkeeper Harald Schumacher ran into him like a locomotive. Schumacher's seemingly iron head hit Battison in the face, breaking his bones, removing his teeth, and knocking him out. He was then needed to be placed on oxygen, but even after this horrifying experience, he was able to return to football. Moving on to number 6. We have Eduardo da Silva. In 2007, he joined Arsenal for £7.5 million, earning his place in the starting 11, and everything was going great until a horrific injury. He broke his left fibula and had an open dislocation of his left ankle, and his injury was so graphic that Sky Sports, which was broadcasting the game live, decided not to show replays of the incident. And being a strong man that he is, he returned to football a year later. At number 5, we have Luke Shaw. When he was just a teenager, he was selected in England's squad for the 2014 World Cup. Manchester United didn't want to miss out on him and paid a fee rumored to be about £30 million for him. Everything was going well at Old Trafford until he suffered a double fracture of his leg. He was attended by 9 medical staff and given oxygen before being stretched off the pitch. And 10 months later, he was able to get back onto the field and was even voted Manchester United Player of the Year. Moving on to number 4, we have Alan Smith. Unfortunately, this footballer was not able to reach his full potential after coming back from his injury. On February 18, 2006, his ankle was severely dislocated after he attempted to block a free kick. The good thing was that he returned to football 8 months later, but unfortunately not with his full potential. Moving on to number 3, we have Aaron Ramsey. This footballer is loved by Arsenal fans, well, until he decided to leave to Juventus. But when he was playing at Arsenal, he suffered a severe double fracture in his lower right leg. And initially there was no return date for his injury, but 9 months later he came back and continued to be an amazing footballer. At number 2, we have Petr Cech. He is regarded as one of the greatest goalkeepers to have ever played in the Premier League. He's also known for wearing a rugby-style headguard. Now, he doesn't just wear this headguard for no reason. It's because in 2006, during a match, a player hit him in the head with his right knee, and Cech needed to be taken off the field. The injury was so severe that doctors didn't know what was going to happen, but luckily everything was alright. He was hospitalized for some time until he was allowed to return to football 3 months later, and he continued to wear the headguard until he retired. And finally, number 1, we have Djibril Cisse. Cisse completed a £14 million transfer to Liverpool, and he was a star. Many expected the striker to continue his development. However, the striker suffered a devastating injury. His leg snapped, breaking his fibula and tibia, and his doctors told him that he could be out for up to 18 months. But he came back after only 6 months, and he even played in the 2005 Champions League final, continuing to be an amazing footballer. And as many people say, Cisse suffered, but he conquered. I think these are some very motivating stories of how footballers came back after horrific injuries. And thanks for watching. If you learned something new, then make sure to subscribe with the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.